I want to set you free. Your father may have been absent in your life. Your mother may have been absent in your life. But they were absent in your life so that God could be present. I want you to understand that they may have not planned you, but God did. Because one thing you need to understand is a lot of times that the children that are neglected by their parents, those are the same ones that God has sent here to do a great work for his kingdom. Come on. God planned you. You are God's child. And what you have in you, only God can bring it through. Come on now. He just used them to be the vehicle to bring you here. You're God's child. Come on now. And the issue that you're having right now is that you keep identifying with your pain and not your purpose. Come on now. You have great purpose to be here. You see what I'm saying? You better catch them diamonds because you are God's child. And let me ask you another question. Let me ask you this. Do you want to keep going? Do you want to keep moving forward in life? And if your answer is yes, then your childhood trauma and everything you've been through can no longer be an excuse of why you can't move forward. Because it is time to give back the trauma and the baggage that they gave you. You better drop it right back off to daddy. Daddy, this belong to you. Mama, this belong to you because I've carried this baggage for too long. I've carried this trauma for too long. It doesn't belong to me. It is time for you to move forward because you are God's child. He brought you here. And for everyone who felt like a mistake, you are not a mistake. You are planned by God. Come on now. And your problem is you keep identifying with that pain and not the purpose in your life. It is time to move away from pain and go into power. See, God, you always had favor on your life because you belong to God. God is the one that oversees your life. He is your guardian. You understand what I'm telling you? The bond that you want with your mother and that it seems like it never works out, let it go. The bond that you want with your father and it seems like it's not working, let it go. That same bond you trying to build with them, build it with God. Because really, you are God's priority. That's the reason why you keep trying to make things work with them and they won't make it work because you're not their priority because they never planned you. God did. And I want you to catch this right here. Do not fall into that cycle of becoming what your parents were to you. Come on now. You have to break that cycle. God sent you here to break generational curses. Do not fall into that cycle and become exactly what they are. You go the other way because you have great purpose on your life. Come on now. You didn't come here to repeat and rehearse the same cycle of pain. It's time to break it. You better free yourself from that today. If they don't have it, let it go. Walk on. Stop trying to make things work. Stop trying to give CPR to dead situations. Y'all heard it before. It's time to move on. Because there are other things in your life that you need to fulfill. Never let nobody hold you back. I don't care who they are. You have a life. You have a purpose. You're supposed to be here. Let me tell you this. A lot of times they don't see how great you are. They're not supposed to. Because you're going to become their life lesson. When God get finished with you in your life, come on now. They're going to see what they missed out on. I promise you that. They're going to see it. That's why you don't need to give up. That's why you don't need to feel sad. I wish I had a father that was more active in my life. I wish I had a mother that was active in my life. It don't matter when you have a God that's active in your life. Come on now, you can't get no better than that. Then you better catch them diamonds. You better get up on your feet, like I always tell you. Don't let nobody come in between your life and the great purpose that you have. Don't let nobody. You're a God's child. He brought you here. He's going to carry out great works in your life. Come on now. Come on. And that childhood trauma, it's time to wrap it up. Because it's going to cause you to block out people that God will send into your life to love you. See, a lot of us are so scared of being neglected again. But not knowing that that doesn't have to be your forever. It may have happened in the beginning. But that ain't how it has to finish in your life. You see what I'm saying? When you have God, God will make all things new for you. You understand what I'm saying? He will bring people to come in your life and love you. But you gotta get that baggage up out your life. You gotta unpack. You've been carrying too much. Things that you cannot change. You understand what I'm saying? Especially about other people. But what you can change is how you deal with things. And that's real. And it starts today. Unpack. Give it back to mama and daddy. It's not yours. I'm going to close this message by saying, do not harvest any hate. This is simply you realizing that you never belong to them anyways. Come on now. You never belong to them anyways. God has always kept you. Whenever they told you no, whenever they forsake you, God was there. You see what I'm saying? This is just you coming into a new realization of who you are and who you truly belong to. You belong to God. So there's no hate, no anger. I realize who I am now. And that's God's child. He brought me here. He just used you to bring me through. Come on now. Catch them diamonds. You're meant to be here. And can I tell you a secret? The truth is, everything you needed, they couldn't have given it to you anyway. Because they ain't have it. Everything you need comes from God. You see what I'm saying? They ain't never have it anyway to give it to you. They didn't have it. Because what God is doing in your life is a new thing that has never happened in your family or your bloodline. So they didn't have it anyway. That's why I say, don't hold no anger. Don't hold no grudge. You are God's child. And you were sent on purpose for a purpose. Catch them diamonds.